Okay, so today we are going to make a new application which will give us an opportunity to draw a circle, fulfill the circle, and finally different ways how to place the circle on our application using the OpenGL tool. Okay, so this is our previous application with the triangle. Okay, so today we are going to discuss how to create a new project using this project, because I don't want to use the same project with the triangle to display a circle. Okay, so in general it's possible to combine them together in similar way what we used in the class. Okay, now file, new project. Okay, the project, draw circle. Draw circle. Okay, IP19. For me it's fine. Okay, blank activity. Finished. Okay, now what I will recommend you to do is to copy all of that files, main activity, renderer, my GL surface view in the separate folder. So there are a few ways how to do that. We can just copy paste it from the previous application, or if you don't have that application, I am going to create a folder. Create the folder. Okay, so here I do have the computer graphics. I can make a folder like empty project. Remember that each project in OpenGL has different files, so has the special signature, so that's why we cannot simply copy the one project to another project. Okay, but we will always have to do the same stuff. For example, this one. Okay, this is our previous application with the triangle. See, triangle is here. So I will just copy the necessary important parts into my empty project. So here I'm just creating the text files. Okay, this is the main activity. Main activity. Okay, surface. Okay, this one I don't need. New text. My GL surface view. And one more. Stop. This is renderer. No, my surface view. Okay, and renderer. Okay, in case of renderer, we are going to modify this file. So we already implement the projection view, so basically we will always need this part. Okay, important, do not copy the first line. The first line contains information about your recent project, but the rest we can simply copy. Okay, and this is my GL renderer. Okay, so now we have all of that files untouched here. So this is my empty project. Okay, now we can close it. So main activity. This is the main activity, how it looks like after the creating the new project draw circle. This is the new project draw circle. As we can see here, there is only one class main activity. So the main activity class should be different. So that's why we will just copy it here, paste here. Okay, see the my surface view now is red. It's red because we don't have the my surface view yet in our application. So that's why right click, new Java class, my GL surface view. Okay, this is our new class. So the the kind of important point here is that the first this class is connected to our project. Okay, so I will just copy this part and paste here. Okay, now the GL renderer is not here, but we can see that my GL surface view it became fine. So again, right click, new Java class, and here we're supposed to create my GL renderer, my GL renderer, and again from here copy it to here. Okay, so here see that we cannot just simply copy paste in renderer. Renderer, this is the last class what we are using here in order to draw our different objects. Okay, the first of all here we are going to draw the circle. Okay, so that's why we are going to create a new class, and this class will be circle. Okay, so here in this class circle, like we will do it later, but like in renderer, class renderer, so now we need to modify it. Actually, in case of the class circle, like what we can do, we can again come back to our previous project. Okay, see it here, we do have the class triangle, but triangle class is the different, but again the general component of this class is the same. So basically possible to just copy everything from this triangle class. Okay, so here let's create another file, draw object. Just like for instance, let's also copy it here. Okay, so here instead of circle, I'm going to create triangle. So see, the triangle is not working here because it should be circle. Okay. Okay, so be careful one, because here this triangle class should be the circle class. Okay, but we need this information. Okay, so a lot of kind of red component because we did not include our libraries. So just let's include libraries. Now it should be great. Okay, so this class should be circle class. Circle, draw, we can keep same. We are going to modify this path. Draw triangle. So here should be draw circle. Okay, also we are going to modify the stuff here. Like instead of the triangle coordinates, so here will be the circle coordinates. Circle coordinates. Like this. Okay, so basically the circle class is created. So here there are a few problems. For example, this triangle coordinates does not exist. We can just simply switch it to the circle coordinates. And in the circle coordinates, this is not exist anymore. Okay, let's come back to our renderer. Our renderer here is the triangle base. We are changing to the circle. Circle, M circle. Okay. Again, here, M triangle is the object of the class circle. So, and when we are going to create our object here, so instead of the M triangle, we are creating the M circle draw. See now that all of my objects there became okay. Okay, looks fine. So now we need to draw our circle as it is. So what we can do here, okay, so what we can do here is to like enable the coordinates of our circle. Okay. Print. Okay, let me explain it in some kind of visual graphical path. Okay, this is our coordinate x, this is y. So we are going to draw our circle. This is the circle what we are going to draw. Again, this is x, this is y. So the coordinate x x and y we can assign as radius multiply cosine alpha. Y is the radius sine alpha. Sine alpha. So the first point, as long as this is our x, this is our y, our first point will be here. So here our alpha is equal 0. See, if I will place my alpha 0 here, my x will become radius. So this point is basically radius 0. Okay, so the y, because of the sine alpha, is 0. Okay, so and similar I can define all points. So here our alpha equal pi divided by 2. So on this point will be what? X is 0, x is 0, but y is radius. Okay, looks fine. So here we can define it. And for other points, we can do it the same. So what we need to do in order to define, remember, in order to draw the circle, I will have to like set up the small pieces of our points. Okay, and for each one, I will set up the alpha. Okay, so for example, here will be just some alpha equal some other angle. Okay, so now in order to do that, we need to make a loop which can draw we need to kind of make the code which can repeat this stuff. Okay, so what we can do here, the coordinate. In general, I cannot manually make my circle coordinates, because I cannot simply set up the all numbers here by myself, so I will ask computer to do that. So here for the float I am going to create just some vertices. Assume that here, in order to draw this circle, I need 100 vertices. In this coordinate, remember we keep 3 coordinates: x, y, and z. So if I want to make 100 vertices, so I will have to make 3 array with the 300 elements. Okay, so that's all. Now, inside of the class circle. So here we just initiate this array. So, but we are going to fulfill with this array here. In the class circle, so inside here we will place our circle coordinates into the buffer. But see, before here in the triangle coordinates, here we had some numbers. For the circle we don't have that number. So that's why inside, before placing our circle coordinates into the buffer, we basically need to create that coordinates. How to create it? I am going to use a loop. So I do have 100 vertices. So that's why I'm going to play with the from the first vertex until the vertex 100. Okay, so remember that each vertex contains 3 coordinates. So that's why I will have to implement my step by using this idea. So I am going to play with my I. It will start with the index 0 until 3 multiply 100, because I'm going to create 100 different vertices with the step 3. Okay, now I'm going to play with my coordinates. So for example, if I want to set up x, so x here is the radius multiply cosine alpha. Okay, let's create the first radius, which is 0.5 to f. Okay, so here will be the r1 multiply math dot cosine, and here I will have to play alpha. Okay, so we don't have alpha yet, so that's why I can simply make like alpha double alpha equal 0. Okay, so we had a problem because this math cosine alpha returned double value, but my coordinates is float, so that's why, like, in order to convert it back, we need to place this float. Okay, now I will also have to enable one more variables, d alpha. See that here where is the gap between my coordinates. So this point and this point, they are different, but they different by the some angle d alpha. Okay, so this d alpha I will need to define. How to define d alpha? I know that my whole complete circle is 2 multiply p math p divided by, so, and I will need to set up the gap between two different alphas. So okay, let's make, so we assign 100 vertices, so that's why here we can simply divide by 100. Okay, so that's why it's basically start working. Now this is my x, so this supposed to be x, this is supposed to be y. So here I am going to use I plus 1 because this is the second coordinate in my array. This is y. So here, see that in my equation it should be sine. So that's why I will send to sine. Also, I do have the coordinate z. So the z coordinate is always 0. Always 0. Okay, so that's all. So now, like, we can play with our coordinate, and the rest, what I need to do, I need to update my alpha by increasing each alpha to d alpha. Okay, should be fine, like we can finally set up this angle alpha. So now this certain code will simply set up my coordinates into the array circle coordinates. And circle, okay, so in the buffer, vertex buffer, we are going to place our circle coordinates. Okay, that's fine, should work. Now how to draw this circle in the screen. So remember here, when we draw triangle, we are using the prototype GL triangles. So now I just want to draw the circle as line, similar what is displayed here. So Okay, I will start from here. My first line will be this line. From the first vertex to the second vertex. So how to do that? So here, instead of the GL triangles, I will need to use the GL line strip. So I do have 100 triangles, 100 vertices, so that's why here I will place 100. Okay, so and let's try to see what will happen. Just let's check, is there any errors in our okay, don't wanna work. Okay, there is some problem. Okay, so finally, like I draw that circle. So the problem was here. Just like make at least one more coordinates here, so make it 300. So I changed the color from the triangle color, which was like green color, into the black color. So the 0, 0, 0 means black. Okay, so the next one in renderer. So here in the surface created, change the background color into the 1, 1, 1 in order to make the background white. So it should help. So the rest is fine, so finally we can see our circle. Okay, now how to move that circle? For example, I don't want to place my circle in the middle. I want to place that circle here. So what to do? Remember I explained so that X is actually look this way, Y is this way. So if I want to place my circle from here to somewhere here, I will have to move into the positive direction to both X and Y. There is the very simple way to do that. So see that this coordinate X, Y, they all related to this 0 value. I can simply modify by adding some numbers. For example, I can write like 3F plus. So it means that my X will be the X0 center will be 0.3. Okay, and let's keep it as it is. Okay, see the X is coming here, so the circle should look basically our new circle. Should be here. Okay, see what's happened. So if I will now compile my application, see, our circle is moving another way. So that's happened because we in renderer implement this metric. So we try to adjust our coordinates according to the screen. So, and as side effect, so the x change the sign from plus to minus. Basically now our x is not longer going this way, it's basically going this way. Our x is here. So the all of drawing, what we are going to do, like turn our x from positive to negative. So this is some kind of difficulties what we may have when you will draw the different object, but that's something what we need to handle. Okay, actually the rest is fine. So we can just simply like assign, for example here I want to move it 0.2f. So my circle should come a little bit here, up, uppercase. Yeah, see, it's getting higher. So basically by changing this center coordinate, we can move our circle from one position to another position. Okay, this is the end of this video lectures. In the next video lecture, I will display you the way how to fulfill the circle, how to make the circle same color. So next class we are going to use this code in order to do that. Yeah, that's all.